Hello everyone, welcome back to another video of The Dimensionalist. I'm a Dimensionalist. Today's topic is going to be about my examination and thorough explanation of a alien disclosure video. Turn on the light, see if it'll better light for this video. Okay, that's good. Alright, look, the video I'm doing is an examination of what this alien's saying, as many parallels, thoughts, explanations to what this really means. This supposed alien interview, secrets of universe revealed, Project Blue Book, or sometimes it's named Alien Interview Area 51 or something, and it's got the alien's head in it. I'll show you this one. There's the picture. So I'm gonna be looking over the actual what they say in the video, and I'll be explaining it. You can watch the video elsewhere. So the first thing the guy asked the alien is state, planet, and origin. That's what the interviewer's saying, the human. And then human, I'll say the alien saying this. The alien said Earth. Okay, so he's from Earth. So he's from our Earth. And whatever regard that means Earth. So we got that much information about the alien. And the guy says, the human says, yesterday you told us you traveled, and I quote, thousands of light years to get here. And the alien says yes. Tell us the truth, or, and it says indiscernible, meaning you can't really hear what they understand anyway. It is truth, the alien says. I am from Earth, from your future. To travel in time is to travel in space. Okay, this is one part I want to examine right here. To travel in time is to travel in space. You know, the alien's saying. So he's saying that to travel in time, I mean events that are occurring in the now that have already occurred in the future. To travel in time is to travel in space. So he's basically saying that to go somewhere, to physically move your physical body or matter is to travel in time. So if he says he's thousands of light years away, he's so far away that when he got here, he's in the past, right? Because he's from the future. So the future, if you want to get to the future, you got to travel far, far, far away in order to get to the future, or the past, or something of that nature. I'm gonna continue. That's what logic I get behind that. And leave some comments and participate and when examine this. You know, this is what I wanted to go ahead and discuss. All right. Offset spatial divergence. Okay, offset spatial divergence. What I'll do is I'll Google each of those words. Offset. To offset is offset, a consideration or amount that diminishes or balances the effect of a contrary one. 2. The amount of distance which something is of outline. Verb, counteract something by an opposing force or effect. Place out of line. So I think that what he's referring to is the verb. First definition for the verb of the word offset. Counteract something, parentheses, by having an opposing force or effect. Spatial, well, I understand space, so we'll look that up anyway to get the definitions of it. Spatial, just make sure I got the correct spelling. offset spatial. All right. Let me make sure I got it spelled correctly. Relevant to space. So offset space, divergent. Offset spatial divergence. And divergence means the process state of diverging, synonyms, separation, mathematics, the inner product of an operator del and a given vector which measures quantity of flux emanating from any point of a vector field, a rate of loss of mass, heat, a state of process of diverging. Okay, then it comes from the word diverge. Diverge is to separate from offset space. So basically he's saying offset spatial divergence. He's saying to put it in layman terms. That's why I'm breaking it down like this. Separate divergence is separate from another route, especially a main one. So you should travel time is travel in space. So we're traveling in space right now. That's how we're traveling in time, is supposed to be space. And he says offset spatial divergence, I guess, is how it's done. So I'll go back to offset and read out the definition I think is represented. Counteract something by having an opposing force or effect on space. So we got offset, counteract something by having an opposing force or effect, or the amount of distance by which something is out of line, and out of line space, which is the area in the third dimension, and diverge. And diverge a separate from another route, especially one go in different directions. Okay, so he's saying offset spatial divergence is to, from what I understand, separate from another route, especially a main one, and go in a different direction. So if he's offsetting space divergence, it's and he's traveling. The travel in time is travel in space. From what I'm getting out of this, logically comprehending this, somehow either the vehicle is going in two directions at once, magically. I'm not saying magically, or offset spatial, offset space. So somehow they got a device that offsets space itself, and to travel in time is to travel in space. So he's traveling in space. So somehow they've if it's real, or it's just a clever video put together in a fake alien. I'm speculating from the point of view if it's a real video. Don't get me wrong. Offset spatial divergence. So they're offsetting space basically. They're configuring something in space that's allowing that separate from one route, especially the main one, and go in a different direction. So they're offsetting space in a different direction. So somehow they're doing something with space, and at the same time they're traveling in space while diverging and offsetting space. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to continue with the video now. So I take it aliens took over our future. That's what a human says. The alien says no. The human says, so you're human. And then the alien says, an evolutionary descendant. So he's descendant of us. we evolved into this alien. You know, alien I showed you earlier. See, so an evolutionary descendant. So you evolved from us. Yes, the alien said. So what are you doing here now? As he's asking the alien. Observing, since evidence was destroyed. The human says, how? The alien says, nuclear war. Small numbers survived. Our ancestors. All right, the human goes, how about we concentrate on your time? You're not, and then the alien says, you're not able of comprehending or accepting the discoveries of my time. And remember, the alien said earlier, the travel in time is the travel in space. The human says, try me. The origin of the universe, the alien says, the origin of the universe, the nature of so-called life, it is known. So the human goes, so you know the meaning of life. Alien says, no, not meaning, nature. The human goes, what's the difference? And the alien goes, meaning is something that is ascribed. Nature is the objective reality. So you know how the universe was created. The alien says yes. The human asks, so you've seen God. Then the alien says, we have evolved past the need for superstition, as the alien says. The need for a God or other myths. The human goes, illuminate us. What happens when we die? As the humans ask an alien. Death is a human construct. It does not exist. You will experience and have experienced every instance of so-called life. You, me, him, and that's the alien saying this. We are instances of the same life, separated by what you call death. Check that out. I'm going to explain what I think that means, and it's very intriguing. The alien says, the human says, so let me get this straight. There's no death, and we all experience each other's lives. And the alien says, in essence, yes. Okay, I'm going to go back. So he says, you, me, him. We are instances of the same life, alien. I'm repeating, saying one part again. Separated by what you call death. So check this out. I'm going to set my phone down for a second and explain what I think that means. I've been putting a lot of thought into that. So he say, if death doesn't exist, and everybody's experiencing each other, and we're instances of the same life, experience each other, and we're separated. Me and you. Me and my friend Dustin. Me and my friend Kevin. Me and my friend supposedly Catherine or something. You know, I'm just making up names. But if we are separated by death, that means when we die, right? Separated what we call death. What we call death is the human dying, and we experience each other, right? So that means we are separated by death. So that means when we die and we incarnate and become another person, that's where the separation is. You know what I'm saying? I'm me because of me. I'm separated by death. I died at one point, and I'm life in itself. The reason why you're you is because you died also, and you're living again. I'm living again. But we've already went past the step of death, and the separation between me and you is death. Meaning, just as it is, we're separated. The veil is death. to that regard. I'm not saying the veil of what my perspective of the veil is, but just we're me and you. We all had to die at one point and then be born again to experience each other right here and the now. You know what I'm saying? That's how we're separated by death. Um, because if I was another person in a lifetime and I died and didn't become me, I wouldn't be the other instance of life you experienced in me, separated by that variable of death, dying, and that nature was separated by death. So basically, if I was to die and I was to be experienced somewhere else, that separation is there because I died and I'll be someone else, and then that separation is there. So he says separated, but what you call death. So give that some thought. I hope I explained it the best way I have it in my mind. I look at it as there's marbles. I'm gonna give an analogy that there's marbles. There's 5 marbles and they're all blue, and there's a 6th marble that's red. Now, when that one red marble dies, and it becomes a blue one, there's 6 blue marbles. Now, 6 blue marbles are experiencing each other. And since that sixth one died and and was born a blue one, that instance of death made him become a blue one, because that being is now everyone's now separated by that death, and uh, separated by death, because you get what I'm saying, because we're all living, and uh, we're all experiencing who we are because all of our previous life and all the people that died in the past has already died. We're who we are because we live, and we're separated by that death because we had to be born. It makes sense like that to me. That's what I've definitely wanted to core the video I wanted to mention. Now I'm gonna continue. Okay. Uh, so let me get it straight. There's no death. We have all experienced each other's lives. In essence, yes, Alien says. So, was the universe created? Check this out. So, was the universe. Sorry, I keep missing that. He says it so quick. Uh, so how was the universe created, and why is it so perfectly made for us? The alien goes, there are an infinite number of universes, each with different physical properties. Different universes, each physical different properties. That means how the reality conjuncts there is completely different. But virtually all do not support life. So some support life and some don't support life. All these different universes that conjunct differently, such as you know it. We exist in a universe that does support so-called life, the alien says. That is all. Moving on, the human says. So why do we destroy ourselves with nuclear war? Dogma, the alien says. The human says, can you be more specific? The alien goes, political and religious dogma. It is the root of all major conflict of your species, the alien says. In your next century, access to weaponry of mass destruction by states that are ruled by dogma will destroy your species. One last thing. What about morality? What do you base your morality on? Humans asking the alien. Compassion. The alien says compassion and evidence. I see. That's it. Thank you, the human says. So I hope I didn't confuse you about the whole we're separated by death thing, and we're living and someone else living over here and over there, and I'm living now. And I guess he's saying that the big gap between us and other people's death, and separated by what you call death. It's going to take some abstract thought not to think of it in a way that, oh, I got to die first from experiencing. No. We're living. We're both living. We're all living here. That's why my soul's in my body and your soul's in your body. If you look from a soul perspective, soul, die, come another person's soul. We're still separated by that death. You see what I'm saying? That's the way I can explain it. If you just give it some deep thought, you'll understand what I'm talking about.